nervous. He finally left me off, saying that this is the closest he'd come to
Live
the
yet?
cursed
Oh,
city.
there we go. So,
The
hi, I'm
assassin has
Shaddex,
already
and this is the
been
Wheel of
here.
Time. It's a
He and his
first-person
tribes
shooter
have
made in
swatted destruction
1999,
in their
but
wake.
instead of having guns,
Leaders
you
from
just have
Telluride
spells.
bound to find it.
So you just
The
shoot
Trollocs'
spells, you
latest
collect
victims appear to
spells.
be a caravan
It's
of
based on a book
peace-sworn
series
takers,
by
but
Robert
I'm
Jordan,
too late to help
and
them.
we're going to get started
I
in
must try
3,
to overtake
2,
the assassin
1,
before we
go.
meet.
Oops. We're going to restart that.
Tarvalin Gold can...
Okay. Fortunately, I'm not used to this keyboard, so I'm going to have a few slip-ups like that, but that's okay. So the first trick is save hovering like this. All you do is hold the walk button, you jump, you twitch save, and you twitch load. And by doing this, you can just kind of jump into the air and just pretty much go as high as you want. So I could go to the very top of this map if I wanted. Instead, we're just going to go to the top of this mountain. And we're just going to like skip most of this level by doing that. You'll notice I'm jumping. That makes me move a tiny bit faster. And I also got a spell here called Fireball. By shooting it at your foot and jumping at the same time, you can get a boost. We're going to be using that to skip a ton of stuff. We're going to do one here that'll save a few seconds. In the top left, you can see my height, or my health. So fireballs do damage to your health. And up here, we're going to get a spell called Heal. Heals heal 10 health per cast, so they allow us to do more fireball jumps. Later on in the game, we'll get access to 2 more kinds of boosts, so there's just a lot of boosts in this game. You'll see I'm also throwing fireballs at my feet right there, and I'm getting a speed boost off it. Recently, it was discovered that if you hold Shift, which is the walk button, while boosting, you have a better chance of getting speed boosts. And I got a spell there called Shield. Shield's half all damage that you take, including self-damage. So they allow us to do double the amount of fireball jumps. And we went all the way out of our way there to get a spell called Shift. You're supposed to use Shift to finish this level. Instead, we're going to backtrack by doing this stuff. And we're just going to quick save, quick load, hover up here to skip this section. And because we haven't used Shift yet, we can actually use it for the next level instead, and it will allow us to skip almost the entire next level. We'll just have to run through some rooms and do a boss fight. Fortunately, I'm a bit lower on health than I'd like to be, but it should be okay. I'll just have to skip a boost in the next level. Yeah, so normally right after this section, you're supposed to go to the right. The left is just a dead end. And this introduces you to a bunch of puzzles and stuff like that. But since we have Shift, we can just go through this wall. And we're at pretty much the end of the level now. You get access to the, like, the secret little hidden area. And I only have 10 health, which is pretty worrying. This might take a couple tries. So this is a boss fight. It's a 2-part boss. This is the first part. Unfortunately, I shot my first seeker a bit short. I'm going to be saving quite a bit for this fight, probably, because of that. He can one-hit shot you, or one-hit kill you, even from like 40 health occasionally. So I'm going to play a bit safe now. Save again. He shoots these little ghosts out at you, but you can destroy them. So bad boss fight, but that's okay. He's dead. Once he dies, a timer starts to spawn another guy, and this guy can spawn in any of these 4 directions.
Now I have you.
I can't actually tell where he is, unfortunately. Oh, there he is. So in order to tell where he is, he gives you an audio cue, but just because I'm unfamiliar with headphones, I couldn't tell where he actually was. That's okay. This is the worst level in the game. It's the timed level. In the top right, there's a little sun with a blue border around it that denotes the timer. This level is 3 minutes and like 10 seconds long-ish. And we can't do anything to speed it up. This is the only level in the game that we can't speed up or skip or really do anything in. All we're going to do is collect a few spells that we need and hopefully not die. So the most important spell that we collect is Shields, which is in my 3 spot here. The little white bubble. Again, those half all damage that I take. We have Fireballs, which will do boosts. And we have Heals, which we're going to use to heal up to full health. So that we can do more boosts. The run really just starts after this next level. This is where it starts to get crazy and all the interesting stuff really starts to happen. So yeah, there's not a lot here. We basically just go out of bounds because if you go anywhere else in the level, except I think one place, this stuff comes out of the walls to attack you. And it can kill you in a couple seconds. If you've read the books, there's not too many similarities. You play as Elena Sedai. She is really bad at weaving spells, so you run around collecting Torandriel, which is just absurd if you've ever read the books. Some locations are similar, like right now we're actually in Shadar Logoth. We can also appreciate these very beautiful mountains. Yeah, there's some enemies that are the same. There's Miradrolls, Trollocs, Ishmael, I believe, is in the last level. Dark Sisters, bunch of stuff. And we're a little over halfway through the level, so we're just waiting. I guess I can talk a bit about the story of this game. So you might be noticing in between the levels that it's a little abrupt. Basically the level ends and then the next one just loads. There's supposed to be cutscenes in 13 of the 18 load zones, but we don't play with the cutscenes because they don't work on modern systems at all, really. So yeah, we just don't play with them. But the basic story is that at the beginning of the game, one of the seals goes missing. The seals protect the world from the Dark One who wants to destroy the world, kind of like the devil, I guess. So one of those went missing, and we go to track it down, and that's the sheep that we thought the thief that we just killed took it, but it turns out he didn't. So now we're just on a quest to save the world and collect the 3 seals. This game actually has a really interesting multiplayer as well. It's just like Quake or Unreal. Basically an arena shooter, but with less movement, less cool movement, and yeah. All right, this is where the run really starts. Right off the bat, we're gonna shield, and we're gonna start doing boosts. So you see I did a boost there. Got a lot of speed off that one actually. That was really good. Right here we get a spell called Mine. If you put a mine under you and boost off it, you get even more height. We're going to use that for a couple more skips.
The invaders have broken.
That's the wrong button. You're required to get this key here to finish this level. And we're going to throw 3 mines down. Where's my shield? And just boost up here. Bit of bad luck. I'm actually a little low on health. That's not good. I don't have darts for some reason. So normally you can boost all the way up here to the top, but since I got hit a bit too much and had a bit too low health, I had to do a save load hover, and I only have 1 health left. That's okay, because normally you get heals here anyway, and the rest of these levels shouldn't be too difficult. Also, quick save, quick loads stop your fall damage, so you just save a load there and you won't die. Maybe I shouldn't have boosted there with 56 health. Now we're good. 9 health, that's okay. I just have to not get hit at all. I missed the freeze there, but it's okay. So now we're gonna find target and swap places, and that just skips a fight. You're not supposed to be able to do that. Yeah, there's like a lot of tricks in this game, by the way. It's pretty neat. Fortunately, I usually have a shield activated there, but I didn't this time. It's okay. We're just gonna go end this level. The next level's pretty cool. It's a maze or trap level where it takes all your spells away from you. So it doesn't really matter how many spells I have here. So all my spells are gone. And you can actually skip this level really, really easily from almost the very beginning. Right there, we just save load hover to get over a barrier to get to this lever quicker. and this activates a secret passage to the next part of the level. So this level's super confusing to do casually, super confusing. One of my least favorite levels, but kind of a really cool design too. But you can just levitate over to this part and go through a wall that just doesn't exist because they didn't code the wall. And now using shifts, we can do some backtracking, much like earlier. And by doing this, you can get 2 copies of shift. One is required to end the level right here, but you are not supposed to have this second copy of shift. And the game just doesn't check. Since we have the second copy of shift, we can just shift through the ground here and skip this boss fight. This boss fight used to be a lot of RNG in the run. It used to take like 40 seconds to beat the boss maybe. But now we're going to go a bit out of our way to collect some spells. We get access to the second method of boosting here, Earth Tremors. They boost you higher and further than fireballs. And do less damage. So right now I'm just going to shield, and we're going to do another boosted mine jump. So I'm going to, I think that's right. It's really hard to tell. Unfortunately, I'm playing at a smaller resolution than I'm used to. Yeah, so you just kind of boost to the end of the level. And then we skip that level there just by turning around and jumping at the start, and you can just re-enter. So yeah, we just skipped 2 levels. It's pretty nice. We're going to skip another level here. You're supposed to go do a timed level here, but instead we're just going to go over here. Swap places with this shit. This is one of my favorite strats right here. You put 7 mines down in a specific spot. And, ooh, I have save corruption. We'll just hope this works first try then. Nice. So that's the whole level. You just boost over the whole level again. And that's also a health perfect trick, so you'll either die from doing the boost, or you'll live with 1 HP. It's the only trick like that in the game. This level you're supposed to go way out of your way, do some puzzles, kill some enemies to raise the water level in this sewer. In order to gain access to this level over here, but we can either boost or just save load hover to the end of the level. That level would normally take a few minutes at least if you didn't do that. Instead it takes like, I think 28 seconds or something like that. We're on a little bit of a timer here. We have some we have some time to waste because we're waiting for that gate to open. These guys like to get in my way, so I just boost over them usually. We're going to do another boost up here, and we're going to get access to probably the most powerful weapon in the game, Balefire. So in the books, Balefire literally like tears the fabric of reality and time and stuff. In the game, it's just really, really good. Oh gosh, that's never happened. Out of my way, please. Oh god. I'm really low health now, but it should be fine. My next level is going to be a bit more risky. But anyway, oh gosh, move please. So Balefires are used for the best boost ever. It does no damage to you. It also puts you really high and really far, and you can dupe it. So there's a boss behind this door, but it also shoots through doors, so I just killed him. And I duped it there. So basically, if you have 1 charge of Balefire left, and you charge it, and instead of releasing it, you drop it. Ooh, I have save corruption. I actually have to reset this level.
My passage through the
So save corruption's a thing that can happen when you save a lot in a game. So it usually happens once a marathon, just because I'm saving for safety. If you don't reset the level, if you ever reload a save, it will reload the save made before this level. So if I hadn't noticed that, I would have lost at least a minute, basically. So this is Balefire boosting. It puts you super far, it's super high. Yeah. There we go. Boost all the way over there, and again you can save load there just to not take any fall damage. So that's the first half of the level. Right here we're going to go get more Balefires, and you'll be able to see me dupe again at the very end of this level. Just pay attention to the Balefire count in the bottom left, and you'll see it go to 0. That's not actually ever supposed to happen. And because the game gets so confused about that, on the level load, it'll just give us 5 copies of it. You'll be able to see that in this level and the next one. Oh, where's my save? Okay, actually, I'm gonna reload that. I was very, very likely to die there, so it's better to just reload it. That spell she throws out, I don't have any spells that can block it right now, and it will kill me. And also make like the next few levels impossible. I messed up there by dropping my spell. That's okay. So usually what you do here is you just get this ready, and if she is there, you shoot it at her before. Oh, I missed. Sometimes she's standing still there, sometimes she's not. Sometimes she's like in a completely different part of the map. Because she did get the spell off, I just have to go a different way to the end of the level. Takes a few extra seconds. I think 3 seconds extra. Okay, so this next level is kind of complicated. I'm going to concentrate and explain afterwards. Actually can't see it on this computer like at all. I don't think that was good. So I have to shoot these spells at very precise positions on the screen. And unfortunately I just can't see the first one at all. So I'm gonna quickly switch my resolution to a higher resolution, and then I'll switch it back right after. I hope that doesn't break too many things. So you might not be able to view this part, but hopefully I'll be able to actually do the trick.
We have a little...
Maybe? Yeah, I got it there. Okay. I'll fix the resolution now. Yeah, so unfortunately there were just not, the resolution just wasn't high enough to do it. But it should be viewable now. Oh, okay. I do need these spells though. Okay, cool. So what I do there is I shoot my spell through, I think 11 different walls. And basically the level ends when you defeat 4 enemies. Normally what you do there is you wait 3 minutes for those enemies to come out, and then you, I think it takes another like 2 minutes to kill them all. So that saves like 5 minutes. That was a slight mistake, but I can just save the stuff here. And we're just kind of walking on the boundary of the world. You're not really supposed to get up here, but it's okay. This is also the second last level. Oops. So we skipped getting the fire shield there. Sometimes that fire will kill you. Sometimes you'll just live with half health. Second last level, we get access to a new spell called Disguise. When you have Disguise on, it disguises you as the enemy closest to you. So right now I'm a Myrdril. So enemies won't attack me right now, and I also gain their speed. And since Myrdrils are super fast, I'm just gonna go be a Myrdril again and run over here. More boost. If we actually kill like our second enemy here, there's a required boss to fight. So we're just gonna kill her with Balefire, and by going in this hole, you skip 1/3 of the last level. Basically the goal of this level is to collect 3 of these little tablets, the seals. And in the other level you can grab one. They just didn't expect you to be able to grab it, I guess. These teleporters teleport you to a different part of the map. There's 3 different parts of the map. And by landing at the very top of one, you deactivate all enemy AI in the level. They just never get triggered. So I can just position them wherever I want with swap places, and in a second I'll just teleport back to the start of this mini level. So again, the goal is to collect 4 seals. I already have 2, and I just collected a 3rd. Do I have save corruption? I don't appear to. I might die from that. Good. Nice. So I only have to collect 1 more seal. Hopefully that was good enough. Yeah, so see, these guys just want to attack me. There's another wall that doesn't exist right here. They just never coded hit registration or something for that one. And a little low on health. Do I have enough health? I think if I heal, I do. Yeah, there we go. And then we skip that by just getting under it in time. I might die here. I only have 5 health. This might be tough. This might be tricky. I didn't get the other seal. So I could reload right now. I think I'm just going to chill these guys. I've never had to do this before, but that's okay. I have extra spells. So you can see you're only normally supposed to be able to carry 1 seal, but by dropping it at a certain height, it just sits on your head. I'll do it again here. So I have 1 seal in my inventory and 1 just chilling on my head. Oh. If the seal clips into the wall, it can actually get repositioned and like shoot 50 feet behind you. But time's coming up. Time. Yeah, time. So that's the Wheel of Time. Not the best run ever, but it's okay. Oh, that's no problem. It's not a big deal. So. Yeah. So no worries. That's the Wheel of Time. Fun game, super cool. People should run it. I'm Shaddex. Check me out on Twitch.
I was watching the whole time. I was like, what is this? Where's the map? Any thoughts before we change the game?
Yeah, thanks for putting on the marathon.
Yeah.
Donate to the cause.
Yeah, sick kids.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, thank you, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed that run, The Wheel of Time. It's actually based on novels, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so. All right, we're gonna switch to Mega Man 1 now.